and we can't be bashing nobody. We can differ. We can say, you know, I ain't feeling that. We can say that I disagree with that. We still have that right, but we do not have the right to be intolerant, to be prejudicial, to be bigots. No, we have to be tolerant because we live in a free society. And even the most extreme behavior, if it receives legislation, then they're a protected species. But in most cases, even in the mom and mom family, somebody's in charge. You can believe that now. In every company, somebody's in charge. In every government, somebody's in charge. Why? Because that is the spectrum, that someone must have the ultimate determination to make the veto, to make the final determination when we get to a point where we can't agree. In every government, there's a king, there's a sovereign. In every family, there are parents, one of whom is ultimately responsible. And excuse my satire. Then how can we think that this complex and sophisticated universe, this earth and all of its ecosystems and creatures, which are countless, how could they be the result of disorder and unaccountability? No, there is a power, there is a purpose, there is a reason, there is responsibility, and there most certainly is accountability, and that only stands to reason. If I told you, good people, that I represented a multi-billion-pound company that is recruiting people to work with a minimal qualification, and I'm paying £1,000 a week. Now, the first thing you would say, ha, you know, he ain't got no company like that. Most of you probably say that, you know. He just talking. But if it was, in fact, I was invited here, and I was introduced as a person that had a company with multi-billion-pound assets, and I'm recruiting 1,000 people to work with minimal qualifications. And one of the most beautiful things is that if you work for me, you work from home. £1,000 a week, and we hiring, we got to get these 1,000 people right away. See? Now think about that for a minute. You would ask, what do I have to do to work for that company? If I said you must promise to be decent and honest, is that reasonable? I mean, you must promise to be decent and honest. I'm asking you, is that reasonable? You must give recognition and appreciation to the owner. The owner of the company, you must recognize the owner. Show your appreciation. So if the owner shows up, stand up. Recognize. You know, if I said call the owner once a week and say thank you for the job, is that unreasonable? No, it's not unreasonable. And you must follow the rules as dictated by the representative of that owner. That means we give you a manual, these are the policies, these are the rules, and they're not difficult. Would that be reasonable? Of course, you would say yes. And if you knew that this company existed, and that its financial worth was well established, and that there were only a limited number of vacancies available, there would be a queue all the way to the highway. People would be waiting online in the snow or the rain trying to get that job. There would be people standing in a queue from early in the morning until late at night until all the positions were taken. Well, there is such an owner. In fact, that owner controls and sustains everything in the heavens and the earth. It is the owner of the entire system. That owner has given to you and me